Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's exciting webinar on Synthesio's social and search intelligence capabilities. My name is Nikki, and I'm thrilled to be your moderator today. We are delighted to have you all joining us from around the world. As we said, very sustainable. Before we dive in, a couple of housekeeping items. This session is being recorded and the recording will become available upon request after the webinar. Please feel free to use the Q&A function on the right-hand side of your screen. I'll be keeping an eye on it and we'll allocate some time at the end to cover as many as we can. Now, joining us today are some esteemed guests who bring a wealth of expertise and insights to our discussion. First, we have Thierry Lalonde, the CEO of Synthesio, who will share his vision for how social and search intelligence can transform your business strategies.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session.
And we're also pleased to have Pavel.Lebedev, who leads the Paratos program at Synthesio. Pavel has been instrumental in helping Paratos leverage Synthesio to navigate the future of baking.
Hi, everyone. Pleasure to be here.
And last, but certainly not least, our special guest speaker today is Nano Palte from Paratos, who will discuss how he has successfully integrated Synthesio to drive innovation.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for inviting me, Ipsos. Really happy to be here.
Brilliant. And we're thrilled to hear from all of you today, and we look forward to an engaging session. So for our agenda today, it's very straightforward and we promise it's going to be very insightful. First, Thierry will set the scene with an overview of the industry, who is Synthesio, and provide some context for our discussion. Following this, Nano will delve into how Paratos has integrated Ipsos Synthesio into their distinctive Taste Tomorrow program. Then Pavel and Nano will demonstrate the practical application of Synthesio in Paratos' day-to-day operations. We will conclude with a dedicated Q&A session, so please feel free to submit any questions you have throughout the presentation. Now, Thierry, the floor is all yours.
Thank you very much, Nikki. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. Nikki, if you allow me, I want to start this session with numbers, big numbers, highlighting the importance of today's webinar. We're here to talk about R&D, product innovation with Nano and Pavel, and how social and search listening help in this crucial process. But why innovation is so crucial right now? It always has been, okay? But market data tell us that the global growth forecast for the next 2 years is 3.3%, okay? While global inflation for the same period is 4.2. So if you're good in math, in real term, we are looking at market contraction. Okay, so it means that for most of our business, growth will mean taking market share to the others with innovative product or services. So yes, innovation is more important than ever, but the real challenge is that 95% of new product fail every year. And at Ipsos, our concept testing data show the similar stories. 75% of innovation concepts miss the mark because they are not sufficiently relevant for consumers to switch from their existing product. And at Ipsos, it is our raison d'être, our main goal in life to provide to business leaders before investing the strongest evidence from their consumer demand and future trend, because you act better when you are sure. Today, we are privileged to have access to a fantastic, always-on, real-time source of digital data, pace of the world. 5.4 billion of people, 80% of the adults on this dear planet use social media daily, engage with various social media platforms, using these spaces to express their opinions about life, brand, share experience, engage in discussion, sometimes as a citizen, as a consumer, as a customer, as an employee, as a patient, or all together. Google process approximately 6 million search every minute. So It's a huge volume, and analyzing social and search data is far from easy. And there is a challenge for business leaders regarding the size and the diversity and the distortion of this data, how to produce reliable insight at the level of the quality that leaders can peacefully take an informed decision to invest or not into a major product development or innovation. And good news for all, Synthesio, tech, and teams are there and will never let you down. Synthesio is the social and search intelligence service line at Ipsos. We capture and analyze data from various sources such as blog, forum, social network, e-commerce reviews, search, and more. Our goal is to address our client key business question using this data. Our clients use Synthesio in two ways. First, the Insight SaaS platform in do-it-yourself mode. Clients use our platform to conduct their own analysis of social and search data. And two, the Insight services. Our social insight expert team, like Nicky and Pavel, use the platform to carry out recurring or ad hoc insight projects on behalf of clients. And a lot of clients use both platform and services, like Nano. And we have teams in 20 markets today, and we are expanding. So we've got access to thousands of sources of social data, like Instagram, TikTok, X, blog and forum, like Reddit, news and ratings and review on Amazon, Google, Walmart, and lastly, all search requests done on Google, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. We even have access to Chinese data, as we have a very large business there. Forrester said that we have the most comprehensive and high quality data coverage. It is a full part of our value proposition to source, select, filter the right social and search data. You see, Synthesio, this is the perfect combination of SaaS tech, market research, AI, data science expertise, and best social and search coverage to help you answer critical business questions such as innovation and R&D. But enough of me. Let us dive into our Purato story. Nano, thank you again for being with us today. Can you tell us more about Puratos, this fantastic Taste Tomorrow program, and how Synthesio is helping you daily? Nano.
Sure. Thank you, Thierry. Really happy to be here together with all of you and talk a little bit about this program that we have started to work on together 3 years ago when we started to add Taste Tomorrow. At Puratos, we are an ingredient supplier for bakery, patisserie, and chocolate, and we move the planet forward by creating innovative food solution for the health and well-being of everyone. So our secret recipe is it needs to be healthy, it needs to be sustainable, and of course, it needs to be very tasty. Now, next to products, we also deliver services to our customers. And this is what you see in this slide. We want to differentiate ourselves at Puratos by being expert when it comes to consumer trends. If we are experts, we can discuss with our customers, we can help them understand what is hot and what is upcoming. And that is why we created Taste Tomorrow 10 years ago, and 3 years ago, we started to add Trend Radar. Now, I can explain it very lengthily, but it's perhaps better to show you in the next slide how we present Taste Tomorrow to our customers. So this always on is indeed the promise that we give to our customers, and this is where the Ipsos Synthesio team stepped in 3 years ago in order to help us. So I already explained to you our overall objective. We want to be the North Star when it comes to our customers for knowing what is going to happen, what is trending within the industry. And we have, I would say, strategic and tactical business applications. The strategic one is that we want to build an overview of different footsteps of what is happening in the industry, but more tactical. Of course, we get very often requests from customers. They want to do a workshop, they want to do co-creation, and they have specific questions. And I think the beauty with what Jerry was explaining in the beginning of having all these people social and online. They spend on average 2.5 hours on their social media. They discuss, they search information, so we can actually start looking into these conversations, and we can actually do research without asking any questions, but we can learn a lot. Now, in the next slide, you will see how we have built that. And the objective of today is not to go into all the details, but just to show you a little bit the overall canvas. Of course, we have a changing concept. Everyone is aware of that. I'm not going to deep dive into that. For our industry, what is very relevant are our different footsteps. We have 8 of them, and today we will focus on conscious consumption. I don't think it's a big secret if I tell you that consumers and businesses are looking more and more into a sustainable way of consuming and sustainable way of doing business. What does that mean for a consumer? Well, first of all, he's looking at sustainable packaging, he's looking at sustainable farming methods, but we can also think about trends such as cleaner label, plant-based, local authenticity. So this is, I would say, the overall canvas. We have our footsteps on macro level, we have our trends on meso level, and all of this is being fed by the signals that Ipsos Synthesio is helping us to pull in every day. And then, of course, we can start to look at the one hand, how big are these different trends? So you see plant-based is a huge trend. There's a lot of conversation around it. But on the vertical axis, you see that in terms of growth, it's not growing that strongly anymore. So this is exactly what our case study is going to be about. I had a business meeting a couple of months ago, and I phoned to Pavel, asking him, you know, we see plant-based, we think the future is going to be plant-based, but yeah, what about the growth? We're still looking for growth pockets for our customers. Can you help us a bit more? What is happening? What are the new ingredients within plant-based?
Yeah, no, happy to help. And we are moving to our case study. We'll try to do it in a more interactive way. So as we do usual with Nano on our calls, you know, answering questions, discussing, brainstorming. And as Nano mentioned, that the essence of this conversation was to provide some insights really fast and quickly. Let's jump straight into Signal Gen AI. And I explain you what this is about. We developed a solution that helps you to generate actionable insights just in 60 seconds. We tap into millions of consumer data points and turn them into insights with really simple 3 clicks. So you don't need to be an expert. You can be a busy manager. And Nano, you sit in both camps, actually, busy manager and analytical experts, but everyone needs their insights to be really fast. So you can encourage your team to use Signal Gen AI more because it's really simple. And our proven analytical frameworks and prompts help you with this. So we have generated more than 40 analytical prompts for different use cases, from innovation, trend, market, brand, customer experience. You see them on the screen. But the idea is you don't need to chat with generative AI. You don't need to improve your prompts hours and hours. 3 simple clicks, define the prompt, answer the question, and define your data set. And voila, you have your answer. Let me show you how it works on a short video demo. So Nana came with the idea of what's going on with the plant-based trend. So we define a topic, typing plant-based. On the next step, we are defining the data period. For example, last 3 months. We also can filter by country, by platform, by other filters that are available on Synthesio platform. And on the final step, we are selecting a specific lens. So for example, if you want to go with innovations and understand pain points, you go there. If, for example, you want to uncover, you know, brand imagery, you go in the brand lens. But our goal today is to explore ingredients. So that's why we are going into the trend section and select ingredients prompt. And really, in a matter of 60 seconds, we get our insights. They are presented in a list together with a short description. So as we see, we have multiple vegan ingredients popping up: aquafaba, plant-based tuna, plant-based proteins like mushrooms or walnuts. So a lot of insights. And on top of this, we have all these insights are actually back up with the real data, real consumer conversation. For example, this post comes from X. The next post came from YouTube. So really easy and grounded on the existing data corpus. Let me delve into the insights a bit more. So the same as we just saw on the screen with all the insights. We have, for example, aquafaba, that is a vegan egg white substitute that people usually use in different desserts as, for example, as meringue and other things. It's really popular. On top of this, we have hemp seeds, nutritional yeast, plant-based butter, and these insights are back up with visuals that Nano you can use in your inspiration for your meeting. Do you have any other ingredients that you want to move forward?
Yeah, I think it's the aquafaba looks interesting. So of course, these are nice examples and it illustrates a little bit. But before I bring this within the meeting, I would like to get an idea of how sizable it is and how is it evolving over time. Is it big enough to put our attention on this?
Yes, Nana, the question is clear, and our capabilities on Synthesio platform actually help you to build this reporting with qualitative and quantitative analysis. So for example, aquafaba has grown, almost doubled from November 2024 to January 25. So the signal is definitely growing and worth to explore more. Based on the keyword word cloud, we see that it plays on the territory of vegan, and it's highly associated with chocolate, chickpeas, meringues, vanilla, and other ingredients. So you can use them as an inspiration. And for sure, you can enrich your insights, quantitative insights, with some good quality visuals, like the pictures on the slides, and also the quotes from consumers. So for example, this quote comes from Reddit, and people really like aquafaba as the ingredient. So probably you could consider this ingredient in your next product.
Yeah, indeed. I think the examples is typically what we see also internally. Our technical advisors really use this also as a tool to get inspiration, to get a bit more of an idea. I get your point that it is growing, but I would still like to put it a bit into perspective of the other flavors and the ingredients that we are mapping. Is that something that we can easily do?
Yeah, this is also possible on Synthesio. As you remember, recently we introduced a taxonomy with more than 500 different ingredients that are relevant for your industries. And right now on the slides, you see top 20 ingredients and flavors relevant for plant-based trends. For example, like the dominant ingredients are cream, sugar, milk, and butter. Obvious, like basic and fundamental ingredients for bakery. People talk about them, they're trying to find vegan substitute for them. At the same time, we have a lot of fruit and vegs like apple, bananas, lemons, even potato and garlic. But these are the top 20 ingredients with the volume from 13 to 5%. But when it comes to aquafaba, it's really low, but as we remember, still emerging, 0.33%. And actually, it gives you another beauty of Synthesio tool. So you can track big ingredients that you know, but at the same time, using Signal GenAI, you can unearth these tiny ingredients that probably may be the next big thing for you.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to highlight that also to the audience. I think that the typical challenge when you work with social media data, if you know what you're looking for, top down, it's relatively easy. We don't always know what we're looking for. Last year, thanks to this tool, we discovered in a very early stage Dubai chocolate, mooncakes, this kind of, I would say, new applications or patisserie or bakery products that are popping up online. We want to identify them as quickly as possible. So indeed, aquafaba for the moment looks a little bit small, but let's put it on our radar, Pavel, so that we can keep track of it, see a little bit how it evolves. Now, can we also have a look at, because here we're looking at still at conversations, can we perhaps have a look at search to see a little bit if we already have consumers looking up specific recipes around this?
Sure. Let's deep dive in search data as well. But before jumping in our case study, let me remind you and our audience what's actually the difference between social media and search data. I'll try to do it really quickly, but really it's really important. When we talk about social media conversation, it's all about, how many mentions people have online. So how many times they mention, for example, vegan chocolate, or vegan croissant. When we talk about search volume, it's not about conversations, it's about how many times people actually use a search engine like Google to search for a specific ingredient. And the next big difference between two data sources is about the motivation, what actually trigger people to share a conversation online. We believe, and we know from our experience, that when people talk online, there should be some kind of a motivation and excitement around the topic they want to discuss and share online. Search is more straightforward. When you searching for information, want to buy something, you go on Google, type it, and you have your answer, and you don't need to chat online. So summarizing, when we talk about search, is all about active discussions, online consumption, so online engagement, and some motivations to discuss. But when it comes to search, it's more about consumer interests or demands in something that they want to buy, they want to explore, or they want to learn. And having this in mind, let's delve into our case study about plant-based. Here we have on the slide the trend dynamic, the plant-based trend dynamic in the United States for over 3 years, from March 2023 to January 2025. And as you see, the green line that represents social is gradually going down and has been declining for all this period. It's merely halved, but at the same time, as you remember, the slide that Nano shared with the volume and velocity, plant-based is still number one. It's the well-established trend, but at the same time, we see that people are not really engaged in the topic. But if you look at search data, you clearly see that it's at least stable with some, a slight growth, with some spikes around November, December that is highly related to festive seasons that people try to experiment with healthier product, with lighter product. And having this in mind, we can do a data hybridization. Nana, do you have any questions here?
Yeah, I think from a business perspective, it's great. We really need both, but I'm just wondering why search is so more stable. Can we perhaps get a little bit a better understanding of what people are searching for exactly in this plant-based trend?
Yeah, well, that's a really nice question, Nano. I think when we talk about data hybridization and then we have big and stable search with average 1.7 million monthly searches, it shows like the different level of search of trend maturity. When it becomes like more mainstream, people want to talk about this because they are aware of what's going on, but at the same time they are still want to consume. They explore new products, for example, and that's bring the beauty of data hybridization of search and social. So let's deep dive into associated searches from about plant-based trend. It's just a sample, not all the keywords that we have in our data corpus, but like the main one. And as you see, not all of them follow the same logic as the trend in general. Some keywords are going up and significantly. For example, people are searching for bakery vegan near me with plus 30% growth. We have vegan cupcakes near me. We have pastry for vegans, and we have vegan ricotta cheesecakes that more than doubled with 111% of growth year to year. So you see like different things are compensating each other. And for example, vegan chocolate, vegan breads, more popular, more generic things are going down, while are more specific are on the rise.
Yeah, let's have a look at this ricotta cheesecake, because the growth is impressive. So this could be the new Dubai chocolate, perhaps.
Yeah, well, let's explore this. However, what I need to warn you, Nana, when we look at the search data, is quite straightforward, meaning that, you know, when people type vegan ricotta cheesecake, we see only the product name. However, we can use this as a starting point for another exploration and apply this knowledge and run a couple of GenAI studies. So what I already done. Let's explore the ingredients around vegan ricotta cheesecake. Also really easy. With 60 seconds, we get the insights about what are the popular ingredients around vegan ricotta cheesecake. So if you consider vegan ricotta cheesecake for your meeting, please also try to include the lavender, hibiscus, lemon, basil, rosemary, thyme, and blueberry. And these insights are also back up with some visuals that can inspire your team during your brainstorming session.
Yeah, this is exactly the kind of inspiration that our technical advisors and what we can use in discussions and co-creation sessions with our customers. And this is really nice. Of course, the question that sometimes also gets up, like, okay, why are consumers purchasing or buying this? Can we use another lens to look a bit at consumer motivations? That's also important for our concept development, right?
Yeah, absolutely, Nano. Signal GenAI has more than 40 lenses, so we have motivation as well in our toolbox. So I run the study, and here you go with some main motivations around vegan ricotta cheesecake. As you see, there is no single motivation to consume this product, and that's really a nice insight itself. People like to consume this product because of taste and quality. Even we know that it's more healthier option. They don't want to compromise on taste. We see some motivations linked to health consciousness and dietary restrictions that probably are more obvious. But one more insight I want to talk is convenience. You see that people talk about convenience when they buy vegan ricotta cheesecake. It's available on stores online. And once again, we can link it back to the search data. We saw that vegan bakery near me is growing. So convenience may be also a next angle where you can look on your business meeting, and then you can develop something ready to make, ready to eat product with your client.
Exactly. I think this is also a nice illustration, and this ends a little bit our case study. I think the audience has understood that we move typically between search and social. In our footsteps, we also have taste, health, and freshness. We say this is almost a holy baked goods triangle, and you can see that even when playing around with these tools as GenAI, you already get towards these fundamental things as well. So yeah, we need both. I think we have social and we have search. I think the beauty of the tool is really that we can do research without asking any questions. So whenever we have a question, either internally or with our customers, we have this, I would say, goldmine of information at our fingertips. We already have it for 3 years. I think what changes massively was, of course, the great collaboration with the team, but also the fact that Ipsos Synthesio started to develop for us all these GenAI tools, because, of course, we have, I would say, a knowledgeable team at HQ, but we also work with marketing intelligence champions in the countries. They have much more other projects and things to do on their plate. So we really needed a tool that is easy and accessible for them. And I think with these GenAI lenses and tools, and we explored a couple of them during our exchange, we really are able to democratize and really to put it, I would say, on a plate for them. And that's very important for us as well, because I don't speak all the 8 languages that we are using within the tool. So if we really want to leverage to its biggest, fullest power, the local teams also need to be able to use it. So that's for me is really the beauty of this tool. Voila.
Thank you, Nano. Thank you very much. And really pleasure to work with you. And I think we have one more announcement.
Yes, indeed. So this is all great. What I was saying at the beginning, we can meet and we can have some discussions now with all of you, but we are all still human beings. So it's also nice to meet in person. I'm from the Netherlands, so I'm very happy that the next meeting is going to take place in Amsterdam. And I will be there together with Pavel on stage at these very nice research events. And who knows, we might be able to meet some of you in live and further discuss the amazing opportunities that we have with these new technologies.
Yeah, I will be there. I will be there also, and I can't wait to taste this lavender vegan ricotta cheesecake. Nano, I'm sure it's going to be the big new trend.
Going to be great. Yes.
Amazing.
All right.
Thank
that's
you
Q&A
very
now.
much. That was really interesting, and it was great that you showed us really how Synthesio can be used for both social and search. And I'm very excited now to open the floor to your questions. So I think we have a very interesting question in the chat that's about social and search. So Thierry, this is a question for you, I think.
Oh yeah, it's an easy one, I hope, huh?
The question is social and search available on the same platform?
Oh, that's easy, this one. Yes, of course. That's the purpose of this presentation. We've got in the same platform, social data, forum data, search data, reviews and ratings. And you see that combining this data is very interesting to see the maturity of each consumer trend that we have. So we are the only platform to get everything in the same platform. So yes, we have. Thank you. That was an easy one. Thank you, Nikki.
Great. And we also got a question about if this deck will be circulated, and I can answer that the recording of this webinar will be shared to the attendees. So please let us know if you would like to receive this recording. We also received an interesting question that is about the Taste Tomorrow program itself. So Nano, if you could answer this one for me. The question is, how many markets are covered by Taste Tomorrow program now?
Well, it's a good question. We actually, when we are in social media and search, we more work in terms of languages. So we started the program in English and in Spanish, but we very quickly added other languages. So we are now running the program in 8 languages. And we also use some, I would say, AI to be able to, I would say, to filter the content. So we can actually put on country lenses. And yeah, we complement this with, I would say, more traditional online research in 50 plus countries. So it's 8 languages and 50 plus UNA surveys where we confirm some of our hypotheses.
If I can add something, I think in the platform today, we've got more, with all our clients, we've got more than 80 languages live of social data and also because we've got clients like Poratos, but some others who needs 20, 30 languages to follow that in their main countries. So yes, every language present in social media, we've got that.
Even China, which was good for us as well.
Yes, China is a great market to have covered, especially with this current climate.
But,
and without to be being too commercial, again, the fact that Ipsos is strongly present in China give us this access of this China data that is quite unique.
I want to stay with Nano for the next question. I think this is a fascinating question. Nano, what do you think is the key challenge for you to work with social and search data?
Nice one.
Yeah, indeed. So thanks for the question. But we started relatively easy, I would say, and we were very excited because in the beginning we had ideas in our mind. So we wanted to see just after COVID how people are baking at home, how they were using sourdough. So that's what we tend to call top down, and I would say that is the relatively easy part. Although of course you need a partner like Ipsos to clean up the data, etc. But for me, what makes it really powerful is the bottom up. We don't know what we are looking for, right? We don't know yet what is going to be the next upcoming hot and happening trend. And that's where I think the Gen AI and the bubbling up of the signals and clustering, grouping them into what is going to be hot and happening within a couple of months. That is really for me the main strength of the tool. And as we have tried to demonstrate a bit with our session, I think you need both social to have this bubbling up, and then you need to search really to understand how consumers are looking for information. So it's the combination of both that makes it even stronger, I would say.
Great, thanks.
Hope that answers the question.
Yeah, I think it does. And we had a question about the setup. So I think, Pavel, this is a great one for you. Were the flavors in the Taste Tomorrow program, were they identified automatically or were they filters?
Thank you for the question, Nikki. I think, as I explained, this is a combination of Signal Gen AI that we are using to recognize them automatically based on the organic conversations. And then we use them as a taxonomy. So we have a set of predefined flavors, but it's ongoing task to enrich this taxonomy. So as I said, more than 500 today. And actually just early morning, we had a conversation with Nano and we'll put some additional flavors to enrich this taxonomy. So it's, ongoing process.
Great, thanks, Pavel. And I think perhaps Thierry or Pavel, you can chip in for this next one. Is this feature, the Signals Gen AI feature, is this inside Ipsos Synthesio or is it enriched by another partner?
Well, it's a specific feature of Synthesio platform, Signal Gen AI. So it's our Gen AI agent within Synthesio, basically, to ease the research, as Pavel showed you. But you can buy it in a standalone product also if you want. So if you just want to have access to Signal Gen AI, you can do it also. But of course, you don't have all the features of Synthesio. Did I answer the question? And behind, the behind we're using LLMs such as OpenAI. But the beauty of our product is to combine quality of data, quality of sourcing, LLM, and quality of the prompting. So the prompting are developed, validated by your market research experts. So you don't have to prompt yourself, and you're sure that these prompts are not hallucinating, are 90% accurate, are replicable. So that's part of the Ipsos value.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
And I think this question can be asked to Nano because this one is about the Paratos and the Taste Tomorrow program. The question is, social media may bring noisy conversation to the data set. How do you deal with this?
Oh, yes, it does. And I think there are some very easy examples. We all know the term cookies on our computer. And of course, at Puratos, we are very much interested in cookies, but not in those. And you have some other examples for those who are in crypto, the cake day when the people go take their benefit. So yeah, we outsourced it to Ipsos because I mean we have a relatively small team, and I do think it is really important to have clean data. We also use this in workshop with our customers. So when I started to look around 3 years ago, there are many vendors, but for me, one of the main reasons to go for Ipsos was also that you have the solid, I would say, quality guarantee of the Ipsos expertise combined with cutting-edge technology from Synthesio. I don't think Ipsos would have bought Synthesio if they were not convinced about that. So I think it's really important to have, I mean, clean and good data, because otherwise there's a risk of coming to wrong conclusions. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Nano. It was I like this conclusion. I mean, I like that very much. Yes, tech and expertise, very important.
Absolutely.
And we actually got other questions in the chat, which was very similar, because as we know, in English language, one word can mean multiple different things, and the challenge of cleaning the data is something that everyone in this industry knows very well. But what's fantastic about using cutting-edge technology, such as Signals Gen AI and other tools that Synthesio offers, you are able to identify that noise efficiently to a point where you're saving human time. And I think that's also a great answer, Nano, to how you applied that to the Taste Tomorrow program. I think we have time for one more question, which is, Nano, do you integrate Synthesio's data into your internal systems?
Yes, we do. We are actually also experimenting with, on the one hand, the data that we get from Synthesio, it goes into a data lake. On the other hand, we have our recipe database, so we are also playing with that. We have data from third-party vendors there as well. So I think we, like probably many of us, we try combining different sources to look for white spaces, etc. So yeah, it's definitely our data scientists from Puratos and Ipsos are also working together in to innovate within this space as well. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Nano. And as we conclude, I would like to share with you all our contact details for further information. Whether it's competitive analysis, consumer insights, or brand health monitoring, we've got it all covered. So please do not hesitate to reach out to Pavel and I. On the screen, you can see our email addresses. We really look forward to catching up with you and discussing how we can help you achieve your business goals. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Bye-bye. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.